I've had to explain it so many times. An MMORPG is an online fishing minigame with another game built around it. That's all it is. It's an online fishing minigame, normally with a combat system.
Finally, there is somebody out there who understands me. This is it. It's that simple. That's all there is about this game. It's all about the fishing. Thank you, Josh, you handsome devil. But welcome back to FishLocked Hardcore, where I'm playing through classic hardcore World of Warcraft, but the only items I can equip and use are things from fishing. Some people actually started calling it Fish Found, which honestly, I really like that. I think it's even probably a better name, and I wish I came up with that myself sooner, but it's a little late now. You know, I already made the logo and everything myself, so yeah. Anyways, watch the first episode if you haven't yet so you can see the fully explained rules and the progress we made so far, but let's get into it. I started off in Orgrimmar, and I headed over to the leatherworking place to use some of the leather we fished up earlier, and I had gotten my leatherworking skill up to 45 points, and even made myself a new chest piece, the embossed leather vest. This thing actually has +2 stamina on it too, so that's some bonus health. And I headed out to do what I do best. Fish. I took the Zeppelin over to the Eastern Kingdoms, and I ran over to Silverpine Forest to the shores yet again. This was a great spot actually for like the lower level stuff, because I could just run up and down this little coast, and I didn't really have to fight anybody. There was no enemies. There was like level 14s around the area, and these pools, they would just pretty much all the time spawn after I fished one up, so there would be new ones constantly in rotation here. But I did have to keep an eye out for one thing in the area, the Son of Arugal, which was still a little tough, you know, 25 elite. He patrolled through the area, but, you know, I could still avoid him for now. One day, though, one day I'm going to kill you, bro. And I'm going to do it with just my fishing gear. And I fished up around here for about an hour, and in this hour I got 10 tightly sealed trunks to open, mostly full of just crafting supplies in them all, but I did get a pair of cloth pants. Now, you know, they're cloth, they're not leather, but they had better stats than our stuff with +2 stamina and +3 intellect, so we're going to have to use these for now. Now, the fishing here in Silverpine, it was great. I loved it, but I wanted a little bit of a change of scenery. You know, we've been here for a while now. We were here last time. So I decided I was going to move into a new zone that we hadn't been to yet, but I can still fish up stuff around the same level in this zone, and that would be Westfall. Now, if you don't know, Westfall is Alliance territory, so it's kind of on the other side of the world, and the other faction of players is going to be there doing their quests, because that's where they do their thing. But the problem is, it might be a little bit tough to get there, because to get through Westfall, you have to go through Stranglethorn Vale, and Stranglethorn Vale is a very high level place. Enemies there are much higher level than me right now, so if I ran through there and got attacked, well, I would most likely be dead. I might end up like these guys.
I'm gonna try to taunt it off. I resist, lad! My taunt resist, lad! Oh my god, don't bump him, lad! Oh no, lad! Oh no, lad! This is a bad idea, lad!
No, this is not good!
Oh no, lad! Oh, there's 10 tigers, lad!
This was a terrible idea, lad!
No, we cannot, we need to run, lad!
But no need to worry, there is a safe way to get there. I headed over to the Zeppelin Tower, and you need to use this specific one to get this right. You need to go from the Zeppelin from Undercity down to Stranglethorn Vale, and as soon as you load in, you jump off of the Zeppelin into the water, and now you're in open water in a high level zone. Good luck, my friend. Just kidding. There's no enemies up here, so if you jumped off and you took the proper one, you just swim up north and eventually you hit the coast of Westfall. And after a few minutes of swimming, we were there and I was ready to fish. And one thing that I noticed when I got there that I never knew before was that there was quests here that I could actually do on Horde from this guy named Captain Grayson. 3 quests to do stuff with Murlocs, so you know what? Why not? It's quests that are in our level range right now, so we might as well get some XP while we're here and get some fish. So I just ran up and down the Westfall shore, fishing, and then collecting Murlocs and I was scaring all the Alliance players along the way, and there was tons of fishing pools here. They would respawn all the way up and down, so it might take a while to find one, but as long as you go up and down the entire coast, you're gonna for sure find some fishing pools. And while there was a lot here, I will say there was also a lot of enemies that you had to fight because these Murlocs would get in the way, and they were like my same level, so they would just attack me. So it's not as good as Silverpine for that reason, just because the amount of enemies you have to fight. And at one time, I was even trying to run around the enemies to not fight them, and I got attacked by a bunch, but I was saved by none other than another troll. What the hell was another troll doing out here? I got no idea, but I took that as a sign that I should probably leave because stuff was getting weird. And I ended up spending around an hour and a half there in total while I was fishing, and I got 9 trunks out of it. And inside of them, I got no armor. I did get some crafting supplies, and I got a tailoring recipe to craft 8 slot bags. Now, this could be interesting. I don't really know anything about tailoring. I haven't looked into it before, but knowing that I could maybe craft some bags, I need to keep on to this for now. Now, it would be 95 tailoring, so even if I could eventually get this, it was going to be a little while. But I hearthed out of Westfall, back to the Barrens, and I got to doing some questing. I killed some quillboars. I went to this Alliance base camp with all the Marines, and I had to kill the leaders at the top of the towers. That one tower is so scary for some reason. I hate how many enemies are up there. And I tried doing the escort quest to get that ugly blood elf looking dude out of there, but he died on the way, so I gave up on him. I don't really care that much. I quickly popped into Stone Talon Mountains to do that Shredder quest, and then on the way out, I killed that last centaur boss guy in the Barrens. And this is the one quest where you can actually do this with other people without having to party up with anybody. Anybody can just grab a piece of the banner. So it's kind of like a world boss in a way, like a classic WoW world boss. That's kind of cool. After doing all this though, I was level 22 and I headed back to Orgrimmar because I wanted to do some more crafting with the materials we'd caught up. I made myself a new cloak and a new pair of gloves, getting my leatherworking up to 60 skill, and then I decided to go and take a peek over at tailoring, see what I was getting myself into. Now, to be honest, I probably would have learned tailoring earlier, but I've never done tailoring in Classic WoW before, so I didn't really know what it did and what materials you needed. I thought that I wasn't going to be able to do tailoring because in my mind, this is me assuming, and assuming just makes you look like an ass. I thought that the starting crafts were only with just the linen cloth itself or like the wool cloth itself, but no, there's most of the crafting that you do right away is with the bolts of linen cloth. Like, yeah, you can make the bolts with regular linen cloth, but you don't need it to get your skills up. So I learned tailoring and we got to crafting. I got it up so much that now I was able to craft 6 slot bags, but I didn't have the materials because getting a high enough level to even unlock that used all the materials I had. So since I wanted more materials really badly, I decided, you know what, fuck it. I just ran all the way back to Silverpine Forest once again, and I was gonna fish here for a little while. And after about 30 minutes of fishing, I had all the cloth that I needed to craft 4 6-slot bags. That's 24 new inventory spaces, more than doubling our bag space that we've had this entire time. I felt so much better now. I felt like I could actually breathe again in this game. But I was feeling good with all this new stuff, and I decided it was time to head into a new zone, the Hillsbrad Foothills. Now, I was still pretty low level to be here, not gonna lie. My quest options were limited, so the only ones I could really slowly work towards was the ones where you kill bears, spiders, maybe the guys in Durnhold Keep, but I was gonna keep off of there for now because it was a little scary. And I even had to watch out for some of the higher level mobs in the zone, so I had to be a little careful. But mostly, I wasn't even here to quest. I kind of just wanted to see the fish, what I was gonna get here. So I started casting down the river, and the main fish I was getting was raw sagefish. And honestly, when I started cooking these things, they were pretty good too. You get a little bit of health and a little bit of mana, and sometimes I use mana in the fights if I spam useless abilities, so mana's good for me. And the trunks I got in this new zone were also new trunks, the watertight trunks. And when I started looting these things, I thought maybe these things were like a tier higher, so like if the trunks we were getting in Silverpine and the Barrens were like the tier 1 trunks, I think these are the tier 2 trunks because I'm getting the higher level crafting materials, and I'm also getting higher level potions from these, so maybe we're also going to get higher level gear, and I assume once we get to higher level zones, it's going to be higher level trunks the whole way up. But I just stayed here fishing, going up and down the river until I eventually got 225 fishing skill. And, well, that would be the max fishing skill I'd be able to get for now until we could do the Nat Pagal quest line. But that's not for a little while. I got to get to a much higher level to even start that quest. But I kept even fishing after that, and I was opening the crates I was getting to, and I even got my first ring, which had some insane stats, guys. +6 nature resistance. Oof. That's a big one. That's totally going to be the best ring ever. That was a joke if you don't understand stats in this game. This sucks. I also got a new cloak too with +2 intellect and +2 spirit. It was kind of ugly, so I went into the settings and I hide my cloak now. From here though, I took a break for a while until I got on again later that night for some late night Hillsbrad fishing. I didn't get anything interesting at nighttime, but the next morning, I got on super early for some early morning Hillsbrad fishing, and this time we got some good stuff. In one of the trunks, I got my first set of shoulders, the forest leather mantle shoulders, and I even also got a brand new chest piece. I know we crafted one earlier, but we got to replace it again because now we got the scouting tunic of the eagle with +5 intellect and +6 stamina. So, a lot better. I was looking cool. I felt cool. I felt like I wasn't even a low-level character anymore. I actually felt like a mid-tier level character with all this gear now. So, I went and did some questing, and I decided to go back to Kalimdor, and I was bouncing between the Barrens and Ashenvale doing a couple quests, and ending off I was in the Barrens fighting Quillboars, and I hit level 24. Later that day, when I got back online, I went to Silverpine, and I was going to try to get those low-level crafting supplies again, but for some reason the spawns on the coast just stopped, and there wasn't any new pools coming out, so I decided, who cares about the level 1 tier stuff? We're going to go back to Hillsbrad because there's like infinite pools in Hillsbrad if you just go up and down the river. You just got to be careful not to go too far south because you might hit South Shore and, you know, the Alliance guards are there. And if you go too far north, there's like really high level tigers and there's even like a dragon that patrols sometimes. I haven't seen him yet, but I know he's there. But also, if you're not finding stuff on the river too, there's also this little pond by the town. It's got a little boat in it too. It's nice. But I kept looking at it, and I kept thinking, there's something weird looking about this water, and I couldn't really put my finger on it for a while, but eventually it clicked. When I jumped in the water, I noticed there's 2 layers of water in this pond. That's got to be a mistake, obviously, right? But, like, my question, was this always in the game? Like, was this 2 layers of water in Vanilla WoW, and, like, they purposely put 2 layers of water again for Classic WoW? I'm curious now. While I was doing this fishing, though, I did also catch these superior bracers of the eagle, so new bracers, those were cool. And then we got back to doing some questing. We were killing farmers over in Hillsbrad for a while because that little farm quest, there's like a million quests there. It's so long there. But we did hit level 25 while doing that. And then I went to go do this mushroom quest because, well, this quest seems easy on the surface. It's just, you know, grab some mushrooms that are at this farm. So I thought, yeah, we could probably do that. But the mobs here were they were like tough. They were a little bit higher level than me, yeah, but I thought, you know, maybe I could take them, but no, they were tightly packed. They were super annoying, so I had to come up with a strategy, and my strategy ended up just becoming throw my pet at the enemies while I grab the mushroom, and then we run away, reset, and then do it again, over and over again, until we got all the mushrooms, and it worked, so that's a W. And another one of the quests was to get 30 human skulls. And a lot of people do this over at the farm area, but I don't really like it over there. So instead, I farmed it just by doing these loops around this small syndicate watchtower. Because while I was killing them, I noticed, like, if I did a full loop of killing all of them, they start respawning by the time I kill all of them. So it's like never stopping. You just nonstop go killing over and over again here. But then continuing my questing, I headed to Kalimdor to do some quests in the Stone Talon Mountains, where we did Jinzil's Forest of Magic. If you guys have ever done this, you know you kill lots of stuff up here north. You know, the sons and daughters of Cenarion, the little dragons, there's panthers, there's little sap beasts, the deer. And doing all of that, killing lots of stuff and turning in the quests, I got up to level 26. I kind of wanted to test my abilities a little bit and my gear, so let me go after something maybe a little bit scary. And there was a quest that I thought maybe could be a test of my abilities, to kill a certain little questing boss in the world, Gorenzo Wrench Whistle. You see that structure behind me? Up there, there's an evil man named Gorenzo, and he's also short. So if you weren't against him before, I bet you are now. And I'm gonna get paid top dollar to go kill this guy. So they had to hire the world's greatest fisherman, the Rodfather, to take him out. So let's go get Gorenzo's ass. Ooh, you know, I know they hired me for a great mission, but you know, I can't pass up a little fishing. You know, I know he could be doing some bad stuff right now, but you know, fishing. You're gonna drop me like a can of oil. Ooh, watertight trunk. Hold up, what's in it? What's in it? Really? Nothing? Not even crafting? But are we? All right, Gorenzo. I know his greedy ass would never throw some gear. Let's go get his ass. Let's go beat his ass, actually. This place is super sketchy. I'm kind of scared. I don't like being up here. I don't like fighting Gorenzo, but he's a bad, bad man. And he's short. Wait, somebody is here. Oh, wait, what's going on? Hold up, let's take a peek. What's going on? Oh, shoot, you don't think they're coming up here, do you? Hold up, they are coming up here. Okay, so somebody was just here and was having a tough time. Okay, do they know? Wait, if they're having a tough time with these guys, do they know what level Gorenzo is? Oh, there's Gorenzo, I see his ass. Fuck, he's got a guard with an oh, this is bad. Gulp, I'm getting scared, bro. Wait, there's a chest right there, too. Do you think there's any way I can solo pull Gorenzo here? Or do you think it'll pull that 22 and... Oh, this is going to be rough. And there's always the emergency backup plan of jumping off it into the water. But if we miss, we die. You see, right here is where I need a ranged weapon. I'm thinking Frost Trap here. It didn't even pull Gorenzo. Wait. We're goated. We're goated. Oh, wait, how did my crab pull the guy next to Gorenzo, but not Gorenzo? Okay, you know what? Hey, John Blizzard is giving me a hand today, I think. All right, well, now we can just blow up Gorenzo with the explosive trap. Come here, Gorenzo. I think he has a gun, though. Yo, Gorenzo, are you good? Wake up, bro. Ha, he walked right into my fire trap. Oh, he's done now. Yo, we thought this guy was going to be tough. We thought this guy was going to be tough. And there we go. Just like that, Gorenzo's gone. And boom. Give me his mechanical arm. Okay, so maybe Gorenzo wasn't as difficult as I thought it might be in my head, but maybe I just got good RNG on like the placement of mobs too. But you know what? I'm sure we'll find another challenge for me at some point. So for now, I just went back to doing more questing, starting in Ashenvale, and I did this until I was level 27, mostly with no problems at all. I did though think I was gonna die at one point because there's this water elemental named Tidorus that spawned on me, and I was underwater and he kept spamming the Frost Nova while I was underwater, so I thought I was gonna drown, but you know, we were okay. The next set of quests I did after this, though, was back in Stone Talon Mountains where I went into the Charred Vale. And the quests here in the Charred Vale aren't too hard on their own, but the place is kind of scary because it's just so densely packed with all kinds of different enemies in here. There's harpies, there's crocodiles, there's walking tree dudes, there's fire elementals, there's chimeras. So, you know, you gotta really watch out. You know, the biggest killer in hardcore WoW is awareness, I think. I actually don't have any stats on that, but I think it's awareness and knowledge. But don't worry, I got both of those, I think. And the harpies can also be annoying too, because there's harpies that you have for your quests, and then there's harpies that are there that aren't on your quests, but they share spawns with the ones that you have for your quest. So you gotta kill everything to hope that the ones that respawn are the ones that you need for your quest. It's kind of annoying, but we got it all done. And when I did all those, I've binged up to level 28, and I would move into my next zone, 1,000 Needles. This is one of my favorite zones, man. I love this place. The quests here are super cool and fun, in my opinion at least. And there's another reason why I love this zone. You know, maybe you might think I'm a bad person for this, but let me explain. You know, I'm a Horde player. I love playing Horde. I usually hate playing Alliance. But when I am playing Alliance, I love this zone. Because I would camp in this zone on my Alliance rogue, and I would just distract people off of the lift in the Freewind post. It's hilarious. It's so much fun. I spent hours doing this. You put down a flare, he knows I'm here. Oh, no way, bro. You can say I'm a loser high level, killing other people for fun. I have no life. But, you know, it's not like I'm going up one-shot ganking people, you know. It's funny. They just walk off the edge, you know. It's funny. Come on. You know it's funny. But I spent some time here in Thousand Needles killing centaur, looking for alien eggs, hunting down kobolds, and most of all, testing my faith in Blizzard's quest to work properly and, well, not drop me to death. Man, every time you do that, it feels like it happens like 1 second too late and you're about to die. But after I did those quests, I decided I did a lot of questing, and I wanted to spend the rest of the night just fishing and maybe doing some mob grinding for XP up in the Hillsbrad Foothills. And I actually did this for like 4 hours, but it was totally worth it, okay? Not only did I get up to level 29 from killing those turtles, but my luck hit hard in one of the trunks because I opened up a large blue sack, a new bag, 10 item slots, baby. This was huge for my inventory, but then, about 30 minutes later, I got another one. Dude, this is insane. That's even more. Literally, nobody would believe me if this wasn't like on recording, if I wasn't self-found, but like, there goes my luck for the rest of the week. So, yeah, that sucks. Do I even need to craft those 8-slot bags anymore, or am I going to be wasting my time? I also, too, did get a second ring this time with 5 intellect on it, so better than our last ring, and that's cool. We got 2 rings now. Eventually, though, I gotta go to Orgrimmar and try to get the 1 ring. That's gotta be like the ring, you know? The 1 ring to rule them all. Next morning, though, I stayed in Hillsbrad, and I didn't do a whole lot of fishing, but I did some questing. I killed the Yetis for Helcular's Rod. I killed more farmers. I killed Naga, Murlocs. But also, I think killing those Naga and Murlocs was a complete waste of time because I was doing it for this quest where you have to kill them for materials. But then there's these other things you need for the quest, and one of the things you need for the quest is a strong troll's blood potion, and well, I can't just stab myself and put the blood in a vial, so I'm not going to be able to get this thing in self-found because, well, I'm not going to be able to get my alchemy taught up, and there's no troll's blood potion that drops in any crates from fishing, so I'll never be able to do this quest. But I did hit level 30 while doing all the other quests, and being a level 30 now, I got to train the ultimate hunter ability, Feign Death. If you don't know what Feign Death does, pretty much your character pretends to die and enemies will think you die. Now you gotta be careful because there is some things you can do wrong, okay? If you feign death, your enemies still see your pet and will kill your pet. So you gotta, be careful of your pet. If you feign death and you're in a cave and there's a bunch of enemies around, you're still kind of screwed because eventually you gotta get back up and fight all those enemies again. And what a lot of people say is that feign death has a small chance of resisting, which is true. But that small chance of resisting goes completely away to a 0 chance of resisting as long as you are a certain amount of distance away. So if you just get far away from an enemy, I think it's like 30 or 50 yards, and then you feign death, it will never resist. Also, a common mistake people make with feign death is they're holding down their right click still. You need to stand completely still and don't move around at all, or else it'll cancel it out, and the feign death won't even work, but your cooldown will still get hit, so you'll be screwed. So pretty much what I'm saying is I'm unstoppable, and I'm never going to die now. Please don't clip that back if I ever die, but I'm not going to. I hope. Maybe. From here, I went to Stone Talon because I wanted to fish in a new spot that I was looking at earlier that I haven't gotten the chance to fish at. This small little place called Merkfallen Lake up here north. You can just do loops around this little thing and there's all these pools there all the time. So I thought it was pretty good. And once again, I had some insane luck. I don't know how I was getting all this luck today, but hey, I'm all for it. I was here for maybe 1 hour. And in that time of 1 hour, I got in these trunks +8 agility pants, +5 agility boots, and I even got a necklace with +6 intellect. This was insane. I felt so good with my loot that I needed some kind of challenge. Not like Gorenzo, maybe some kind of actual challenge. And well, a challenge did present itself with a party invite. Now, I know I said in my last episode that one of my rules was going to be that I probably wasn't going to be grouping up with other players. And I'm going to keep that rule with an asterisk next to it, okay? I'm going to be staying solo when it comes to the open world content and quests. So, the regular main questing. But obviously dungeons aren't something you do by yourself. So I don't think it hurts to do a dungeon with other people. You can only do dungeons once a day in hardcore. So it's not like I'm getting carry boosted through it. Obviously the people in the group will probably be doing higher damage than me, but you know. And of course, you know, I won't be taking any quest rewards from the dungeon quests, and I won't be taking any loot from the dungeon either. It's kind of just doing it for fun in a challenge way. But also, you know, on top of that, when Joker D, the world first level 60 in classic World of Warcraft, and the leader of your guild invites you into the Scarlet Monastery, you join that group and you go fight for your life. But don't worry, I made sure that they knew I was just a fisherman before I went in and griefed their run.
You're a level 30 hunter? Only using what I fish up. So that means you won't be taking our loot. Okay, you're in, buddy. Let's go. Level 30 hunter. You're in the mix. Hopefully you fished up some good loot. I would love to see what gear you have. All right. Hey, bring him in, bro. All right, bring him in. All right, that's a cool challenge actually. Did he fish up ammo? Yeah, I'm not sure. Dude, yeah, I just want to inspect this guy, bro. Like, hey, I want to see his gear.
Oh, geez, man. Is that a? He's pointing at a dead body. I don't think I belong here. Is there anywhere to fish here, bro?
He's only allowed to use gear that he fished himself. He's fish found. This is his gear. How do you have a necklace and I don't? What? Okay, that's crazy. Alright, not bad shoulders. He's got a cloak. Yeah, fish found. That's the thing. Scouting to the eel. Not bad. Honestly, your gear's not bad. Damn, bro, you gotta fish a better weapon. You're a hunter, you don't have a bow, and you're using a level 11 sword. That is demonic, man. Even I fished a better weapon at level 20. But the rest of your gear, like, honestly, like, it's not that bad. Look at his rings, 6 nature rest. Oh my god, dude, I can't believe he has a neck though. Like, that's good.
I'm terrified. We have a shaman tank too. We don't even have a tank thing. I'm like straight up terrified in here. I don't know if things are gonna go bad. But first Rodfather hardcore dungeon. All trolls. This is my first time with the whatever we were doing. Alright, so far so good. First hallway cleared. I mean, hey, we're out here in the graveyard so far. No deaths. I'm feeling good. I haven't gotten hit real bad yet. Oh, wait, we got the rare, too? I never see the rare, and of course, on the one character that I can't get nothing. I mean, hey, the shaman tank, it works. I have my doubts, but the shaman tank, it's kind of going good. Okay, here we go. Rare. Level 33 elite. I love dungeons. You know, I know it says self-found, solo self-found, no grouping, but I think maybe for dungeons it could be fun. You know, no grouping for outdoor content doing quests, but oh man, look at that ring. That's an insane ring. Too bad I can't use the ring.
Damn, that probably is the best item he can give for you guys. Now, Rodfather here would love to need on this item, but he passes immediately as he's playing Fish Found, and he will keep using his 6 nature rest ring.
This is what a normal hunter looks like. It has insane gear, agility, actually has a bow, and then this is me. Dude, going into this crypt is scary as fuck, bro. Is this the boss now? Oh. Hey, I mean, looks like we pretty much beat the dungeon, no problems. Oh, GG on Graveyard. That was no problem at all. All right, well, first dungeon done, no problem. And I think we're gonna run it back, and because the reset is in a couple minutes, so I think we're gonna wait for the reset, run it back, and do library too. Okay, wait, the guys here are a little bit higher level than me. 33 and 34. I'm gonna be like missing every attack. My only chance of hitting is if I'm behind them. Holy shit, there's like so many enemies right here. Can we handle this? I'm scared. I'm so scared in here now. Good thing I have feigned death. There's so many here, and there's a healer, and guys, should we kill the healers maybe? Get this guy down, bro. Get this guy down. Oh shit, they're on me. They're on me. I didn't realize I had cheat on. Holy shit, that's scary. Oh shit, bro. They keep pulling on me. I keep body pulling because I'm the low level here. I gotta be so careful here. I'm just gonna stay back, actually. 35, that guy? Guys, I'm a little outclassed here. If I get touched, I'm dead. All right, here's where I gotta lock in because it's gonna get scary up in here. Now we're like actually getting into the library. What level is the boss? Yo, level 36, bro? I'm not sure I can survive this. I can't believe I'm this deep into a dungeon with level 36 elites and we have a shaman tank. I'm scared to even enter the room. Oh my god, they're all 35 right there. Guys, I don't think I belong here. Yo, 36 elite monk? These guys hit hard, don't they? Kick and thrash. Oh gosh. Where's Doan? Oh, there he is. He's 37! This guy's 7 levels higher than me. If I get touched, I'm dead, I think. Oh, here we go. The Rodfather, fishing only, fish found, has made his way into Scarlet Monastery. Let's go! Okay, we just gotta run out of the room when he does the big attack. That's the only mechanic, I think, right? Silence. He silenced me. Can I cast spells? This guy thinks I have spells. Come on, keep hitting him. Keep hitting him. We're gonna berserk him. Oh shit, we need to go. We need to go. We need to go. Okay, are we good now? Oh my god, Larry's dead. No! I gotta revive Larry mid-battle. I didn't save Larry from the blast. He silenced me. I did have a spell. You motherfucker. You prevented Larry from coming back to life. Ugh. Fuck you. Man, look at all this loot. Pass, pass. We successfully beat a dungeon. Our first dungeon as the hardcore FishLocked. That's a W, I feel like. That's a big W. Overall, the run itself of Scarlet Monastery went really well. The trouble happened actually when we were leaving the Scarlet Monastery because, well, respawns started happening. And some people didn't realize how dangerous of a situation we were in until it started getting really dangerous. Oh shoot, we got respawns. Fellas. If we got respawns here, that means we're gonna have them at the door. Where's our tank? Oh shit, wait, there's respawns. This is not good. This is not good. Oh shoot, we got a monk. Is that a monk? Go, yo. I'm so scared now. All right, lock in. These guys are just gonna keep spawning though, so we gotta like move. I feel like we just CC and make a run for the door. I didn't know the escape from this place would be scarier than breaking through it. Guys, we need to move, or they're gonna respawn right on us. Behind. Oh shit. Am I the only one who feels like we're in danger right now? Oh my gosh, behind another one. I told them we needed to go. I say we run. No way we're running from this. This is bad, guys. Okay, I think we're good. That was pretty scary, though, for a minute there. That was scarier than the entire dungeon. And we're still not out. There's still 1, 2, 3. There's still like 4 more. I hope we just run past the rest of these guys. All right, well, we're safe now. That got a little scary. While it got a little scary there at the end, we prevailed and we pushed through, and Rodfather's first dungeon was complete. Even though I didn't do like the full Scarlet Monastery, I'm not sure if that's gonna happen again. I didn't actually plan for this dungeon to happen. It kind of just happened in the moment. I'm sure any dungeons we end up doing will happen just in the moment, but I also don't want to do a whole lot of dungeons because at the end of the day, I'm a fisherman. I don't have a whole lot to do. Maybe I want to do dungeons that have a place to fish in them, like Maradon, stuff like that, but we'll see. It felt good though, being able to beat that, the adrenaline rush, the feeling of accomplishment when you do a challenge like that. I'm feeling good and I'm ready to prep for the next challenge. And you know, I think I know just the one, because next week we're gonna be leveling and prepping for our first hardcore Stranglethorn Vale fishing derby. Now, this is going to be happening on Sundays, so maybe you can watch me do this live over at Twitch. We're going to be doing these as much as we can, hopefully every week, as long as we don't die. And I am going to be trying to stream a lot more often, guys, so if you want to check out my Twitch, check out some FishLocked Hardcore Live. I'm going to be streaming like 4 to 5 days a week now, hopefully, so check me out there. And thank you guys for watching this week. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think down below, if you have any suggestions, that kind of stuff. And for now, keep fishing, friends, and I'll see you later.